And what may I call you?
My name's Bambi.
Bambi. What a wonderful name. Isn't that a nice name? Kind of light and airy, bouncy.
Thank you very much.
Did your mother pick that name?
Yes, she did.
How did she pick the name Bambi?
There's various stories.
I see. The best story.
The main story
Yeah.
is she didn't know what to call me, so she called me her little Bambina.
Oh,
And that got shortened to
yeah,
Bambi.
Shortened it down. Well, that's good. Well, I'm happy to have you here. Will you have some allergy problems that you have suspected, perhaps?
Yeah, there's some things I'd like to test too.
Okay.
I'm a smoker.
Okay. Well, we could test that, of course. It's interesting. I find it hard to imagine, but I'm told by many different researchers that there's over 110 different chemicals that they use from the time they grow tobacco, which is pretty pure, into the smoking end of it. I can imagine there'd be a lot of things in those. But
Yeah.
there are many, many things that we eat, that we touch, that we breathe. Many people think that, well, flowers, for instance, they think of the pollen. And there are many pollens in the air. In our area right here, we have many times during the year when probably half the people are suffering from allergies. At some point in time, I'm told that over 75% of the population of Earth suffers from some form of allergy. And allergies aren't just a thing that hurts us. Allergies are an inside job. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, I've read that that's why we live longer today is because we now can tackle allergies through so many different ways. But
Yes.
allergies were responsible for the short lifespans for so many years.
So many years, because allergies can affect our heart, our lungs, our liver, our blood, brain, neurological system. And it's kind of interesting to note that it's really your own system attacking yourself. The substance is neutral,
Right.
but your immune system, the little guys that run around trying to keep your body and your system clean of germs and bacteria, actually attack an unknown substance and releasing their substance that would kill this bug that they shouldn't be in your body, release it into the system, and that aggravates your body. So it can attack you in many ways, different parts of the body, many things that people have no clue about. Like, I'm not saying bottled water is bad, but they're discovering now that the plastic they use in some of the bottles that they put the water in
I've read that.
leaches
Right.
out into the water.
I've read that. And then so they came up with the alternative of the corn, making the plastic out of corn.
Yes,
But I've read that so many people have corn allergies.
and you mentioned the perfect word. Most corn, most vitamin C made in the Western world is from corn.
I didn't know that.
I know, most people don't. Most doctors don't even know that. But it's the substance that's the easiest to convert into vitamin C. And vitamin C is extremely necessary for people because we're one of 5 animals on the earth that don't manufacture our own vitamin C.
I didn't know that either.
The other people and their animals do a pretty good job. There's 4 other animals besides us, but the vitamin C that we take in can come from different sources than corn. But if the majority is from corn, and we use a lot of corn products, not only just the corn on the ear or the corn we use in grain products, but they use many parts of the corn in cooking and manufacturing
Right.
prepared foods and so forth. So we get an overburden of corn. And that oftentimes causes an allergy when we have an overabundance of any substance.
Okay.
If you're caught in a windstorm, you might become very toxic to silica that's blown by the wind.
So the more you're exposed to something.
Something that would not normally affect you in a negative manner, if you're overwhelmed with it,
Okay.
it can build up so that it does affect you.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
Kind of like being overexposed to germs.
Yeah, exactly. So in other words, if you find that there's something that you're eating or ingesting or touching that isn't good for you in the allergy response, we can correct that because we know that by tapping the ends of 4 meridians, you know what a meridian is?
I was going to just say, is it similar to like a pressure point?
Well, yeah, there are pressure points all over the body and some along the meridians, but meridians are designated primarily for acupuncture. They're the energy flows through our body that they apply needles or pressure or warmth to. And these different meridians represent different things to us chemically in the body and emotionally as well.
Okay.
So it goes back to Oriental Chinese medicine, which is between 2,000 and 4,000 years old. The nice idea in those days was that you paid the doctor to keep you well. When you got sick, you quit paying the doc. So
I love that.
yeah,
I read that. I love that.
I think we should apply that today, don't you?
I think so too.
So anyway, let's do some testing here.
Okay.
And see what might be troubling you, if anything. Maybe
Okay.
there's nothing, okay? We use a technique with NMR, neuromuscular response.
Okay.
You know what that is?
I know a little bit about it.
Okay. So you know that when we're testing something, it has to be a singular thing. If you're thinking a lot of cluttered thoughts, and I'm thinking a lot of cluttered thoughts, we won't get a very positive answer because we'll conflict.
Okay.
So try to keep your mind neutral or just think of the substance that we're going to place in a particular part of the body.
Okay.
We place this substance in the lower belly, between the navel and the pubis, just any place in that area, and test using the neuromuscular response, the leg muscle. So that if it gets weak, you're allergic to it, or it's toxic to you. We can't correct toxicity. If it's poisonous to you, sorry, you just better avoid it. If you're allergic to it, we can fix that fine, okay?
Okay.
So let's show you how that works then. We'll start out by testing your response to words and thoughts.
Okay.
You want to think of the word yes and say the word yes and hold the leg strong, and I'm
Okay.
going to test it, okay?
Right. Yes.
Hold. Good strong leg. Now let's do the same thing with no. Say no, think no, and hold the leg strong.
No.
Hold. Whoa. Well, that worked pretty good. Got
It's
a weak
amazing.
one. Amazing. All right. Now I want you to put your hand up on top of your head and again hold the leg strong. Now that's good. Turn it over. Hold again, and it gets weak. Very good. The reason for that is it's kind of symbolic. Holding energy in, which strengthens your system. Letting energy out, which weakens the system.
Okay.
Let's say my higher self knows I'm the only entity in my body.
My higher self knows I am the only entity in my body.
Hold. Good and strong. Been the only entity in my body for the last 24 hours. I've been.
My higher self knows that I have been the only entity in my body for the last 24 hours.
Hold. Yes. Good. You wonder why we do that?
Yes.
Okay. Matter of fact.
Matter of fact, you read my mind.
Okay. Well, the reason we do that is because if there's an influence of some other energy that is non-embodied person, called a spirit entity, there's a lot of people who die, leave their body, and they float around looking for something to do or where to go. And if they influence you in some way, it's going to throw this off because their thoughts and their feelings and their energy will influence your body and give us false information.
Got it.
And generally speaking, it's better not to have them hanging around your space anyway.
So what you're saying is when I'm crabby, I can blame it on
Yeah,
someone
you
else?
can do that, sure. It's so-and-so over there that keeps bugging me. That's
I'll
it.
have to remember that.
Yeah, that's a good one, huh? And if I say or think or do something that's opinionated, it'll throw it off.
Okay.
Shall I show you how that works?
Yes, please.
Okay. You said yes and think yes and hold strong,
Right.
okay?
Yes.
Hold. Good. Now I want you to do that again, the same way.
All right. Yes.
Hold. I just thought no. So you see, whatever I think can and might have an effect on this. So I have to keep my mind perfectly clear. Otherwise, we don't know whether it's the truth or not. And
Right.
unfortunately, many people, good-hearted souls and honest people, are using neuromuscular response or different. They call it different things: muscle testing, kinesiology, without knowing the full effect of it. So they're getting incorrect answers, and unfortunately, that doesn't help us much.
I could see that.
You can see that. So, is there anything in particular? I see you brought some medication.
Yeah, I brought. There's a medication I'm on that I wanted to see if I'm allergic to, and then also too, I've read that cigarettes, part of the. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've read that a lot of the problems associated with smoking are because 98% of society is allergic to the chemicals, to many of the chemicals in cigarettes.
Well, that'd be a good thing to test, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Okay, you want to do that now?
Yes.
You have to place that between the navel and the pubis, or the lower
There?
belly. Yeah, right there. That's fine. Just
Okay.
resting clearly. Can you think nothing, or just think cigarettes? You can
Okay.
think cigarettes and hold the leg strong.
Okay.
Okay, hold. Whoops.
I take it that means not good.
Might say that, huh? Well, let's say, try something. My higher self, that very intelligent part of you, my higher self knows these cigarettes are good for me. He can't even do that.
We know the outcome to that, I
see,
think. We'll
okay.
try it, though.
Okay.
My higher self knows that these cigarettes are good for me.
Oh, no, sorry. My subconscious believes, that's the way we put it for the subconscious. Subconscious controls the physical body, so it ought to know something about that, right?
Okay.
Okay, let's try it. My subconscious believes that cigarettes are healthy for my body.
My subconscious believes that cigarettes are healthy for my body.
Hold. No. My conscious mind thinks cigarettes are okay for me.
My conscious mind thinks cigarettes are okay for me.
Hold.
It's because my conscious mind thinks
there?
that they help me cope.
There we go.
Well, hello!
Hi, is that your puppy?
That is my puppy.
Well, hello, puppy. What do we call puppy?
This is Apple, and I actually brought him in because he's having a problem with allergies as well.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, you want to do puppy now then?
Shall we? Since apparently he needs it.
I guess that dog knows more than I think he does. You speak Chinese too, doggy?
He was in the emergency room this week.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
his immune system is attacking his eyes right now.
Well.
And the doctor said that there's many things that can cause it, including allergies. So.
Apple Box, is that your name?
Yes.
You can jump right up
Come on.
here.
Come on. Up.
And we'll test you, and then we can show how doggies can be fixed just like human beings. He says, I smelled something over there. Yeah. Okay.
Now, what do you need me to do?
You need to have him be comfortable on your lap.
Okay.
There, okay.
You want to hang out? Oh, he wants to see what you've got.
All right. And before we do that, I just want to test you because I'm going to be testing you, not him, for the muscle response.
Okay. Do I need to put my hands anywhere on him?
Sure. Just hold him right where you got him there. That's right. Hand right there. Okay. Just hold it. Hold. All right. Say, Apple Box, I love you.
Apple Box, I love you.
Hold. Say, Apple Box loves me.
Apple Box loves me.
Hold. That was stronger than the other one. He really loves you, doesn't he?
Good boy.
Good boy. Okay. My higher self knows that we're testing Apple Box energy when I hold him like this.
My higher self knows that we are testing Apple Box when I hold him like this.
Hold. Yes. Can you put that on his abdomen again? Same place as you would on your abdomen, lower abdomen.
Hold it there and just hold him anywhere.
Yeah, hold him. That's fine.
All right.
Hold.
Oh, and this is his food, by the way.
Hold again. Okay, take it off. And hold again. Ah. So that means there's something in here that his body doesn't care much for. Now put it back there, please.
All right. You see that? Your body doesn't like your food.
And say this is toxic to my body.
All right. Should I say to my body or to his?
His body, you think it anyway.
Okay. This is toxic to Apple Box's body.
Hold. Yes. I'm allergic to this. Apple Box is allergic to this.
Apple Box is allergic to this.
Hold.
No.
Toxic.
So, in other words, I should change his food.
Because we can't correct toxicity.
Toxicity.
Okay.
Got it.
Hey, very good.
Well, we've got to go shopping for a new brand of food, kiddo.
There's something else here. This is.
Oh, this is a different kind of food that I add into his food very often, and it's supposed to be very healthy.
Okay, good. You can put that on his little tummy.
That's my
there.
job, isn't it? Ready?
That's your job.
Right.
Hold. That's very strong.
So he's okay.
Okay with that.
That's okay.
We'll check that out and say it's okay. He said, how about me? Can I check it out? Yeah, okay.
We'll
I'll
give
go
you some
for
of that later.
This is a treat, a little reward later. Yeah. Okay. And that's not going to hurt you in any way, right? Is this a medication?
This is the medication, one of the medications the doctor gave me for.
Okay. How many? One at a time?
These are 2 a day.
One at a time.
Yes, 1 at a time,
So
twice a day.
when you're testing medications, you want to take just one at a time because
Okay.
it could be toxic in heavy doses. But
right.
So if you'll put that in your hand and your finger there,
Right.
and hold,
Ready?
hold. Okay, this is good for my body.
This is good for my body.
Hold. Yeah. Okay. You're okay with this? Let's try. This
Apple.
is Apple is thinking. Apple says this is healthy for my body.
This is healthy for Apple Box's body.
Hold. No.
No.
But this is helping relieve the allergy you say he has? Or?
Well, it's called meiosis.
Okay.
This is helping relieve Apple Box's meiosis.
Oh, yes.
All right.
So that's true. A lot of medicines are toxic for our body, but they do the job they're supposed to do.
Right.
So
Well, it's just like antibiotics, right? I mean, they attack the good and the bad.
antibiotics. What does that mean? Against your body.
Antibody.
Yeah, right.
That's air from the apartment.
Okay. Air from your apartment. Okay. Let's hold that.
I've been told certain chemicals like
Absolutely.
stuff that your
Smog.
carpet's been cleaned with
Yeah,
or
right.
so. Does that fit in there, Apple?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
let's get
perfect.
you.
That's
All right.
fine. Hold.
Ready? Go.
Okay. Hold. Okay. I am allergic to this. My body's allergic to this.
Apple Box's body is allergic to this.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's correct. Can we do that?
Yeah, please.
If you can hold one hand right there at the base of his skull, there's 2
Just the
points.
fingers or the whole hand?
Right. Either way, whatever's easy for. That's right. That'll work. So we're going to see if we can tap.
Oh, hold on. It's okay, buddy. Come here. Let's get
Tap his
comfortable.
feet.
Ready?
We're going to tap the ball of his foot, which would be right there.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to tap this right there. See that? There. That's good for your body. Okay. We tap over the eyes just like we're petting him. Yeah, it's a good puppy. And under the eyes because that feels good too. And right down here in the chest. Oh, yeah. I'm getting a lot of attention here. That's good. And right along the rib cage like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
You need the other side?
yeah, if you can.
Yeah, sure. And now, does this have to go in any particular order, or do you just do it like this?
Any order you want.
Okay.
That's right. And guess what, mister? Hold again.
Mm-hmm.
We're okay.
Wow.
Wow. Pretty exciting, puppy.
Just like that?
Just like that.
That is amazing.
And this is air.
Yes, that's from just a different area in the
Okay.
apartment, so probably,
we can try
should
it.
we test it?
Sure.
Ready?
Hold. And it's okay.
It's okay.
You're pronounced.
You're pronounced clean.
Yeah. You're going to live a while longer in this happy, wonderful home with a beautiful lady.
Yay.
What a wonderful dog's life that could be.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Well, you're welcome. Shall we check you now?
Yes. Apple,
Okay.
would you mind vacating? You can hang out. Come here. All right. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
All right.
That's good. He's going to visit. Remember what we found out about the cigarettes?
Well, that my subconscious, my higher self, and they know it's not healthy for me, but my conscious mind believes that I.
Okay, let's put it back there again. And try this. My body is allergic to something in these cigarettes.
My body is allergic to something in these cigarettes.
Yes. Okay, we want to test, and my body is allergic to more than one substance in this cigarette.
My body is allergic to more than one substance in this cigarette.
Oh, more than 2.
My body is allergic to more than 2 substances in this cigarette.
More than 10 substances in this cigarette.
My body is allergic to more than 10 substances in this cigarette.
Oh, yeah. So you'd have to do a lot of correcting. And We found that for most part, very small children or babies can be corrected to about 5 different things all at the same setting. Most people, about 3, 4, and that's the limit. So we could do that some of the time maybe and do a couple now, or it's up to you to decide whether you want to even worry about that or not.
Well, yes, I would like to be balanced to it, and I do plan to come back. You're saying there's too many substances in this to do it one sitting.
Session. Yeah.
All right. Well, then should we test perhaps my medicine right now, and then see if that's
Sure.
if I'm okay with that, then we can do this one.
That's right.
Okay.
There you
Trade
go.
off.
You can put this right there. Whoops. All right. Hold the leg strong. This is good for my body.
This is good for my body.
Hold. Oh, that's very good. No toxic. No
Beautiful.
allergy. Beautiful. Perfect.
Well, then, yeah,
That's just air.
that's from my apartment.
Okay, hold. Okay, that's
So
good
I'm
too.
okay?
You're okay with that?
Okay. Well, then maybe we should start balancing you to cigarettes.
Well, there's a couple of other things here.
Okay.
We could also check just if you want.
Ah, chocolate. I do tend to eat a bit of that.
Hold.
Holding.
Good for you. Well, we're just whizzing right along. High speed. What's this?
Oh, that's not my medication. That's
not
apples.
That's apples. Okay. And this is
The same.
okay.
Okay. Ready.
Hold. You know what that is? Sugar. White refined sugar. About 9 out of 10 people are very allergic.
Well, then
and
should we balance me to
you
that?
can.
I try not to eat much of it, but we all fall victim every once in a
Yes,
while.
yes, yes. Okay, just hold it there a minute.
Okay.
Say this, my body is allergic to this substance.
My body is allergic to this substance.
Hold. Yes. This substance is toxic to my body.
This substance is toxic to my body.
Hold. Both. So we can correct the allergy, but we can't change the toxicity.
So in other words, I should try and avoid it.
Well, that might be a suggestion. I'm not trying to say spoil your whole day here. But okay, here's another substance. Hold. And that's Tide soap.
Okay, and I was weak to that, right?
Yes. This is toxic to my body.
This is toxic to my body.
Hold. I'm allergic to this soap.
I am allergic to this soap.
Oh. So you use Tide?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, it might be a good idea to correct that then. So you want to put a couple fingers on this occipital points. You know where the
Right.
occipital point
Right.
is on the base?
So
of
I just balance that
yeah,
there?
that's fine. Sure.
Oh, oops. Here, it looks.
Balance, balance, balance.
There we go.
Okay. You can pull your. That's right. Kind of wrap it up there. Perfect.
Like
Oh,
that?
That's great.
Right.
Okay. Got it. We're going to tap here at the ball of the foot. This is the end of one of the meridians. And this is another meridian. Then, if you can feel it, you can feel that all right through the
Yes.
fairly thin leather here. Okay. And the end of your large and second toe, you can
Okay.
feel that tap.
So you're tapping both my large and the next toe next to it?
Yes.
All right.
It doesn't have to be as precise as the Chinese use it, but we shall tap up here at the other end now, above the eye. And then below the eye, about 5 to 10 taps. And right here where the clavicle, that first rib comes in.
Okay.
And then let us see what we can do to test that little technique. And
Should I sit back up or
you take your hands away from the neck and
Okay.
just hold it right there.
All right.
Hold. Yeah.
strong?
Strong. Okay.
Perfect. So,
Tide.
like in this instance, now it's safe for me to use Tide?
Correct.
Okay. That's good to know.
That's good to know. Anything else? Aspirin? Do you ever use that?
Yes.
Okay. Hold again.
Holding.
That's good. No problem with that.
Now, is there a limit to how many things you can test in a day?
No, there's no limit to how many you can test, but there's a limit to how many you can
Correct.
effectively correct. Okay, hold the leg. Interesting.
Wait.
Okay. Can you just let it lie there while
Yeah.
you again?
Now, in this instance, would that mean I'm allergic to all pollens or just the
No,
rose?
just that rose. In that particular rose.
Okay.
It might be you're not allergic to other rose bushes
Okay.
or other pollens of the rose. So again, the ball of the foot is K1. Kidney 1. The little toe is bladder. And the next toe, stomach and spleen. And we go again to the next level. And the upper end, right above the eye, spleen, the stomach. K27, the kidney. And this is spleen. Right across the bottom of the rib cage there. So we.
And why do I hold these points to the back of my head?
Occipital points. It seems to be more powerfully effective of this technique. In other words, it seems to lock it in so it lasts,
Longer?
yeah, forever unless you overwhelm yourself with it again.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. How long does correcting yourself last?
Okay, hold again. Okay, so now we can also test a substance for more than one thing. Okay, hold. Yeah. Sometimes if you have air, for example, in a bag of air, you may have 5 or 6 different things that are toxic to you,
Right.
or you're allergic to.
Right.
So we test it and then take it off and test it again after the correction.
Huh.
Okay, very good.
That is
Is there
fascinating.
anything else you would like to test?
No, I think that was what I brought today.
Okay.
Now, so what? We've corrected me to 2 things, so we can't start on the cigarettes
We
today.
can.
Can we?
If we can do that.
Awesome.
Awesome. So we put it right
I guess
there.
we should put in a disclaimer, though.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna have you hold the back of the
yeah,
head
thank
there.
you.
That's good. And this was tapping just about 5 or 10 times on each of the ends of the 4 meridians. Up we go. Good exercise for me anyway.
Kind of like church.
Is that it? Church, up and down, up and down. Okay. Now, once again, we will test and find. Okay, hold it. Now take them off and put them back on. Hold. Yeah,
So
I told you.
I'm assuming with cigarettes, this could go on forever.
Yeah, they can, well, as many things as you're allergic to.
Right.
And I think that for the most part, there's a lot of things that we're allergic to that we tolerate. But there are some things that are extremely important for us to know about correcting allergies. Bee stings and wasp stings can produce an anaphylactic shock. Stops your breathing. Very important function of our life. If we can correct that, as we have done many, many times, so that the person is not endangered, that might be called a life-saving practice, right? So we reduce that down to the many, many different things that we're allergic to. For example, do you live in Los Angeles area?
Yes.
The smog up there has many, many different toxic substances to it.
Right.
And we've corrected people to that. That doesn't say that you're not responding to it, but it says it's removing the allergenic response, even though your body is having to put up with the toxicity. Does that make sense?
And it's not, doesn't mean it's healthy for you now,
That's right.
but it's keeping your body from overreacting to it.
Correct.
Got it.
Okay.
Same with the cigarettes.
Same with the cigarettes. Do you have any questions about the process or what it works here?
You were pretty thorough. I was going to ask about like the cigarettes. That doesn't mean that they are now, I'm immune to them. It just means that my body's not going to
Respond to that
It's
substance.
the
that
allergic
particular-
reaction, but they're still toxic.
Right,
Got it.
exactly. Let's try newspaper.
Okay.
Hold. That's good. A lot of people are allergic to newspaper.
Really? The
Yeah.
ink or? Any?
Yeah, and even some chemicals that they use in processing the paper.
Okay.
I had a surgeon that was so allergic to latex that he thought he had to quit operating before they found a substitute for latex.
Oh, really?
And once we corrected the latex response to his system, he was able to continue.
That's funny. I was just talking to a friend at work, and she was a nurse for 20 years, and she said after practicing for 10 years, she developed an allergy and contact dermatitis to, or something like that, to the soap that they used to scrub for
Strong
surgeries.
soap, yeah.
She said after 10 years of practicing, she ended up in the emergency room. They didn't know what she was allergic to, and it took them. She almost died, and she said, and they finally found out it was the soap.
Isn't that interesting? And it shows how many things in the atmosphere, the air, the water, the soap, the makeup that we use on our face, and the hair stuff and the fingernail stuff.
God knows there's enough chemicals and everything.
Yes, we're a chemically laden society. So many things can be corrected so you can tolerate it to the extent your life is more pleasant and healthy and comfortable. Any questions on the
No, I think that's
process?
fantastic.
Good.
I'm a little overwhelmed as to how many things we could possibly be allergic to.
Well, welcome back another time and bring all the stuff you have to check out.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you, Bambi, so
Well,
much.
thank you very much, Dr. Hugh Harmon.
Most welcome.